We are now going to, where is it? Step 4.2. We're going to prioritize, and then we're going to choose what are the best 3 to 5 monthly missions that will help us accomplish our quarterly quests. So we have some categories here, which under each category there's like 1 or 2 options that are possible monthly missions. So we can just share which ones. Oh, there's a line already there. Wow, somebody's on top of things.
Put it there before break.
Oh, thank you. The things that we
You drew the line.
the things that we see that we can work on to help us accomplish our quarterly quest, you can put it above the line.
What? Above the line?
Yeah. That's what we
Alright, challenge accepted.
I'm so confused.
That goes above the line.
Why are these annual aims here?
Alright. Here we're.
Right. I'm gonna delete these. Why are these all on here? Did someone copy and paste that here?
Are you on the right page? I don't see you on the page.
I was on the quarterly meeting.
Annual aims? I don't see any extra annual aims. There were some extra quarterly quests though.
I saw an extra annual aim.
Oh.
And step 4.2.
Step 4.2. I would think I'm on the right page. There's nothing on there.
Possible monthly missions. Do I need refresh?
Is it 12, 29, 22?
12, 28, 22.
That was from yesterday's quarterly meeting.
No, then I deleted.
We're on the monthly meeting.
I deleted the wrong thing.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Alright,
I
so.
hope I didn't destroy it.
Probably not. Okay, so Kamran says a challenge. I think starting to migrate ClickFunnels. That was the first, like a first funnel or something.
Why?
What?
Why?
Why?
Yeah, why?
Because don't we have like a deadline of some sort?
Yeah.
So it's like the sooner we start working on it, then we can be sure that we're not going to miss our deadline.
Why?
Because we want to create that experience for our students. We don't want to miss out on ClickFunnels 2.0.
Why?
Alright, Kamran.
Alright, wise guy.
That's all I've got for you. Okay, what else do you guys see?
Wise guy.
Hello, wise guy. I get it. Oh, and the implementation workshop for strategic partnerships. That is something that I want to work on in this first quarter. Doesn't have to be the first month, but it could be the first month. Put it up there for now. Wait, where is the thing? Oh, wait a minute. What's going on here? Cameron, which one of these were you choosing for the challenge?
Yeah. That's not a monthly mission. That's a whole category that has like two different monthly missions on there.
Some of them could be nestled.
We're not
under-
prioritizing by category?
No, we're not prioritizing by category. We're prioritizing by monthly mission. One category may have like 3 to 5 monthly missions in it.
Good question, though. I did the same thing yesterday. So, with the challenge, which one of these do you see would you like to prioritize?
Wait, I thought we were putting the migrating the ClickFunnels 1.0 over.
Oh, I didn't put it up. But both of these are the same. But I did say that that's something.
What?
Oh, who else sees
1, 2, 3,
something?
4, 5.
Hmm?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, there's saying come on.
You don't have to know.
Are you gonna answer the question though, or no?
What's the question?
I'm asking you which one of these under the challenge did you want to prioritize? Because you said challenge, then you moved it up. So which one were you interested in?
Hmm.
Who should update the book funnel with the correct new offers? 10 pieces.
Was it 10?
We have like 7.
Then we'll put a question mark under behind it.
I think.
Where are you guys reading?
7-1.
Oh.
That's why I brought them together and numbered them. It'd be easier to point out where we're reading.
Let's go with that one because the challenge is part of that.
The challenge is part of that.
Yeah.
Why not just make that a stepping stone then? Oh, having 10 pieces? Well, I don't know about doing all those. I think we could do the challenge or the book funnel.
Or?
Yeah, I don't know how much capacity we have to do a bunch of them. We could do the challenge portion of the book funnel.
Yeah, we can do that. Let's do the challenge portion of the book funnel.
That's good. That's good, what you call it right there. The challenge one. So is that, did I move the right one?
That is what we were referring to.
Okay, cool.
Update the book funnel with the correct new offers. But not that measurement.
Figure out the measurement. Just pick the measurement. I think we should start the year off with something in regards to team development. Should do every month something in regards to team development. We have two options here.
What if our monthly challenge is having a word of the year and getting into momentum with that for the new year, laying a solid foundation for the year.
So just like, what does that look like?
Well, it's just like what Mom was suggesting, having just being able to help support people to make sure that they have, like, remember, do you think you would have gotten through and as much value from your word of the year if you didn't have help in the beginning?
I don't even know about choosing words of the year.
You had
The
like
first time I did it.
you had help the first week, 30-day help and 60-day help, and you had a couple touch points that helped do some course correction. So that's what I'm saying. If people don't get the support, then they're gonna struggle. They're gonna forget what it is. They're gonna not know what to do or how to focus on it for a year. People aren't used to that.
So when is the challenge to create a system for it? Like just have consistent times where we're helping people where they're stuck with their word of the year?
Not necessarily have a challenge for it. I mean, not to have a system for it, but just to help hold each other accountable. I would not recommend having one of our monthly missions be that. I think the challenge that I was recommending is different than a monthly mission. I don't think we should have a monthly mission this month on leadership development.
No?
I don't.
Why?
Because this month we have a lot of brands in the fire. There's a lot of things going on.
I feel like if we have something, because it all starts with like our leadership abilities, like whether or not we carry out those things. But that's what I was saying. I think every month should be some theme in regards to leadership, even if it's not a monthly mission.
No, I agree with you. I'm in agreement. That's what I'm saying.
That's what the challenge, where the challenge comes in.
Oh, my sound's off.
Oh.
Check it now.
Thank you,
Oh,
Kathy.
thank you. I was like, why is
Can you
it?
guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
Thank
you go.
you. That.
I was trying to get you guys' attention.
So what did you figure out? You got Kathy's attention
How do you know?
because she's the one who yelled at us from the hallway, and that's how we heard. Thank you, Kathy.
Oh,
She was your interpreter. She
thank
was
you,
a-
Sister Cat.
She was a voice for the voiceless.
Get it?
Get it, got it good.
So
What were you guys saying though? Like, we're,
Yeah.
I was saying, since y'all can hear me, do you mean like becoming like the one that I wrote down under the possible individual monthly missions, where it says becoming extremely clear on our word of the year and breaking it down into sections and making all those associations? So basically, along those lines.
yeah, basically helping each person to do that, and just working
Yeah.
together to help each other to do that. As a challenge for the month, not a monthly mission.
Okay,
Just a leadership development challenge.
do it.
Because I think that's what's on everybody's mind. And if Mom, Katharina, Sherry got more like laid a strong foundation on their energy management, their emotional management, then they will be better team leaders on the team. If you got better with mastery and seeing what that looks like, you will be a better leader in the team. If Kamran came with either more intention, courage, or the third word, one of those, like any of the words that he was thinking about, he would be a better leader in the team. So that is a leadership development, team building challenge, I believe, and it's very relevant because this is the year to be. If people lose momentum in January, then they're not likely to pick it up or recover in February.
Well, howdy.
I'm not saying it's impossible, it's just they're less likely. New year, new you.
Okay, so it can be a challenge and not a mission.
Alright, sounds good. So we'll put it under like an individual monthly mission.
So we can put this stuff down here somewhere. Okay. What else do you guys see? And Sister Deborah, were you saying something too, or but we couldn't hear you?
How did everything
no.
get shifted?
Okay.
Oh,
Or
it's
like
number
what
8.
gets shifted?
I just got confused somehow. Oh, did you move? Oh, you moved it above.
The team leadership development stuff.
Yeah.
I just moved that category down. Since
You moved
said
it
down.
above the toggle and it threw off all of the numbering system. And Katharina
Oh, I didn't know.
added the leadership development challenge header. So you both were doing the same thing.
That one was at the top. I just moved it down.
Yeah, but because there's a toggle in between, now that all the numbers are thrown off. Now they're together, but you see that Katharina made the same thing?
There's not the same ones. Could put them together, but
We're talking about the word of the year, you're talking about something different. And that's not what I was just talking about this whole time. It's not about helping them take initiative, work towards monthly mission, ask for support, feeling like they don't know how to help. That's not what I was referring to for the last like 10 minutes or 5.
I understand what you're referring to. But what I'm saying, I moved that category down because you said you don't think we should do team leadership stuff for the first month. So I moved it down as an option for people to choose from.
I did say to do team leadership for
You
the.
said to do the challenge.
That
not a
is,
monthly
it's
mission.
a team leadership challenge for the first month.
Yeah, but I'm saying these as monthly mission options, I moved down so people don't choose it.
Oh, those aren't options. These are individual monthly missions. That's the category number 8. Those aren't options. If they're options, just leave it where they are.
Okay. Did anybody else see?
Does that make sense?
Not at all, but I put it back. I don't think we have to like go on about it. What
Katharina,
else?
quit putting so much distance between these.
I'm gonna put it up top, at the very, very top.
Why? They're possible individual monthly missions. Don't put it
Okay.
at the top.
Okay. Woohoo!
I think, oops. Oh no. I just did something. I think, where'd it go? The YouTube stuff should go back this month. Because Sister Deborah's been on a roll. And if we just continue, she can stay in momentum.
I agree. I think that would be.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think that would be good.
How about the content rhythm? Do you think that's something that's really good for us to focus on? I think so. I think so.
Content rhythm would be good.
Most definitely. The sooner we do that, the better.
Yeah.
But none of those are a monthly mission. Katharina's doing her thing. Sounds like that is an individual monthly mission.
But she was saying that it doesn't have to be her name on it. She just put her name.
Oh, publishing 20 reels and quote cards.
Oh, that's
It's
Katharina
not-
type thing.
Yeah, it's still a Katharina thing, and that's not related. That's not the primary purpose of the content rhythm either. So that we wouldn't use that to describe it.
Oh.
What about finances?
Financial.
For a while, we've been just having that one just consistently.
Yeah, and
So
I
that's
think
something I want to do again.
I think we're at a point. I think what was suggested is one of the best suggestions for. One of the best suggestions we've had for a while.
Leverages decisions.
What did you just say?
Leverages decisions. Decisions.
Why did you say that?
Because it says leverages decisions. Higher leverages decisions.
Oh, you're reading something?
Yeah.
Okay.
There shouldn't be an S in leverage.
So we have
Or should be
1
leverage.
to 5. Is there one that we could take off? I don't know if we. What if we create the ClickFunnels 1.0? What if we create the challenge on ClickFunnels 2.0? Is there anything that would prevent us from doing that?
to create the challenge on it.
Yeah. Like, what would hold us back from creating all of our, like, future funnels on 2.0? And why did we create the book on 1.0?
Well, one thing is affiliates. There's no affiliate center on 2.0.
So we're not able to sell it on 2.0 and then use the affiliate for 1.0?
Probably not. Maybe some convoluted way,
Oh. Okay.
but it wouldn't be as straightforward as using 1.0.
Oh, is that the main reason?
Can I get some help? No.
No.
That's funny.
Is that the main reason?
I never hear that sound now. That's all I think about.
What?
We're gonna get some help here.
Why?
Because that's what you say.
That's why I say.
That's what you say all the time.
I do? Doesn't even sound like something I would say.
Myron says it.
Why 1.0? Hmm.
Maybe we should get back to that question. When you're ready to answer, you can share, but we gotta keep going. So, is there one of these that we can take off? And then, also, I'm thinking it would be good to have a challenge-related monthly mission. But the phase that we're in probably would not be best having well, with the challenge we have to choose topics and sales letter and buy a domain and do some of those things. So it's basically we got to start by building a funnel, essentially, I believe. And although that's part of Kathy's annual aim, that's not something that Kathy would, I think, be best to be in charge of. But I wouldn't want to word it in a way where she disconnects herself from that, because us completing that will be very dependent on Kathy's help. So how could we word it in a way that Kathy sees her involvement there? Or would it be something like Carmen could work with Kathy to plan the challenge?
Well, that sure is a possibility.
Which one are we talking about?
I'm talking about a challenge monthly mission. Something that has to do with the challenge, the funnel, planning the event, getting progress there. And did you understand what my question was, Shanice? It had nothing to do with what's on the page.
You say that we need to put a monthly mission somehow to build out the challenge funnel. But then, in order to get that done, we need Sister Kathy's help so she doesn't feel like that's something that she's responsible for. Carmen is going to do the building part, but she's involved in it somehow.
And if we say we're funneling it, it seems like it would turn Kathy away and make her think like she's not involved with that when we need her help to accomplish it. So that's a dilemma. Kathy, do you have any suggestions? Or do you understand what the dilemma is?
Not really. I'm reading in front of me that, and it's under, is it the one that's titled Challenge Number 1?
No, I'm not referring to anything that's written.
Anything that's on the page. Okay. And I'll work with Cameron or anyone that I need to work with. Because I know that we have to have the challenge with 100 people attending.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm not quite sure I understand what the dilemma is. Do you think that if you don't put my name on it, I won't do it? Is that what you're thinking?
No. I have seen again and again that when your name isn't on something, it's like you are disconnected in your focus or your drive to understand what it entails or your involvement. So there's a lot of areas in the ministry that we're struggling because we don't have your unique gifts and involvement, participation, but you don't perceive that it has anything to do with you because like your name isn't there. But when we connect your name to something, now all of a sudden you start asking, why are you involved? Which is a great question. A great question I would suggest asking for all the monthly missions. But it's like you only ask that question when your name's there. And we suffer when you're not involved. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So I'm just trying to wrap my mind around how to share it, because like, yeah, maybe maybe 1C, like, and then I was thinking, what if we considered the challenge funnel as the one we migrate for this year? I mean, for this month.
Oh.
Well, what?
I just thought.
Huh?
Is this like the one for the year?
Oh,
Oh
I don't remember saying that, but okay, I believe it. Now back to my suggestion. What if we considered the challenge funnel as the one we migrate for this month?
I agree.
Catherine is in favor of that. Does anyone oppose?
Alright, Katharina gave the motion. Who seconds?
I second the motion.
You wait, you gave the suggestion.
I
Well,
know. I just want to throw a wrench in Patrick's rules.
He wants to make sure it's on second.
But the thing here, okay. That's why I was asking Carmen about questions about why the book was not on 2.0, and so I'm just like, I was thinking what would prevent it from being on 2.0? Because that was surprising when we built it on 1.0. It was also surprising last month to realize that our Funnel Hub wasn't on 2.0. I thought it was for several months.
Yeah, that's good to ask.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. So then what we could do is we could probably replace number 2 with the suggestion 1C.
That's
So we did that. Oh yeah, that was another thing. Number 5 makes sense with the content rhythm.
I don't see the content rhythm there. Number 5.
Yeah, that's because there was no content rhythm related suggestion, so there's nothing to drag up. So we didn't put anything there. But yeah, I was thinking about that because, well, I guess we could probably put Katharina's name on that. Katharina doesn't fit on. Oh wait, number 3. We don't need number 3.
we don't need it.
No.
No, we don't need it.
Because we're going to do that. Oh, yeah, that's what I was doing. Okay.
Get it out of there.
Where do I put that at?
You said we're gonna do that?
Yeah, we're going to do it. Oh, it actually
So we're
goes
gonna-
good there.
Do it where and when? You mean outside of a monthly mission?
What? No, not outside the monthly mission. Carmen is, we have something related. Oh, Lord.
You're trying to attach it to something else?
No. It's basically what number 2 is in the will do list.
So, let's go back to that one.
Yeah, so well, I guess we could put it as a stepping stone. Stepping stone.
Stepping stones.
Yeah, because it's going to be done under that. Dear Lord, oh, do remember me. So we basically got our wordsmith them now? Or does anybody have any suggestions or objections of how to change the current 5 suggested monthly missions?
What do you see?
I think number 5 needs work.
You're so funny. All of them need work. Come on, Conrad.
You mean like to switch it out with the other one that could be higher leverage? What do you?
Yeah, that's my question. I'm curious if does anybody think we should switch out any of the current 5 on the will do list with something that's higher leverage?
I think it's good.
And you're saying that for 2, oh, that stuff is in there already. What's this about? Where did it go? You're saying like for number 1 down below under the challenge, that stuff like mapping it out and all that, we're going to do that in relation to number 2.
Number 1 on the challenge. Map out the challenge. Our book sales page. Start working on building out our challenge funnel. Yeah, that's number 2. That's what I'm saying.
I think that's all that's left.
So Myron can, which means
You're so funny, Cameron. Alright, so then we'll start wordsmithing. Alright, let's start with Shaniqua. What is she going to be doing up in here?
Going through the
How many pieces are in the framework?
workshop.
There is 10. There's 10 M's.
But this is the one where I say it's like going through the messaging and the signature story.
Messaging?
Because the quarterly quest said the number of M's.
Yeah.
This one will have to be something else.
Oh, so you're saying that you're doing that for, you're going to do 10 M's for a quarter? Is that what you're doing? So how many M's do you want to go through for this month? Mindset's pretty fast. Mentor is fairly aight. Can be pretty quick, and then what is it? Method? No, market. Market is what will take some good time,
That's what I was gonna ask. Like out of like the
and then method.
is market next?
Yep. It's mindset, mentor, market. Then method, then modality.
Then let's do 3 then.
Okay, you just want to get to the market? It's almost like doing 1 because the first 2 are really, really short.
Okay, well let's put
The 3? The first
3
thing?
on there,
Alright.
and then we'll see how it goes, and I can change it.
Yeah, if you aim low, then at least you can pass above it.
No, we just put a number there,
I just kind
and we're gonna figure it out later.
Oh, so you want us to put a question mark after the 3?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Katharina,
So she's
I could type this one.
Yeah, surely you can.
And then above. Let's see what's in there.
surely he has the ability to type.
So we can what?
So we can what?
Oh.
Oh no, so we can why?
So we can craft an irresistible offer selling speaking as a product to platform host. Does that sound decent, or we want to do something different?
Sounds
Looking
really
at the.
You mean that we are gonna be selling us speaking, or we're gonna be selling and teaching people how to speak as a product?
No, just speaking engagements for me.
Okay.
It's like a new. We're taking an approach. Well, her annual aim is to apply the 4 ways to grow a business to strategic partnerships. So, 4 ways is lead generations and lead conversion. So, what does lead conversion look like with strategic partners? Conversion is like a lead is this person owns a platform, they have a stage, a podcast, an event. A lead conversion is like, okay, they said yes to having me speak on their platform, their podcast, their YouTube. And so this is like a monthly mission for her annual aim.
Okay. Sounds
Yeah.
good.
She's basically going through the implementation workshop, selling speaking. If we don't usually think of speaking as a product, but if we did, it could open up a whole world of associations. We know, like Shanicia knows more about selling products than she probably does about selling speaking engagements. So if she can connect what she already knows about selling products and what she learns with speaking engagements, then instantly there's so much practical stuff she could do that would make sense. That's the objective here.
But I was looking back at the core request and similar why. The same emotions, I guess. It's not a little different.
If you want to change it, you can.
Let's go on to the next one.
Good question mark.
So the MKR is 3 worksheets complete. All right, good. Next one. So, one of the suggestions is that Kathy will accomplish 4 challenge workathons so we can fulfill our contract by having Myron repitch in front of 100 people. So, challenge workathons. I think, did I say that? Well, anyways, it's just that basically we'll all work together, and Kathy's helping to schedule them, and we are, and then like some of it, I think 4 is like very few, but we put a question mark on there, Kathy, because we thought maybe you could have a better idea of like how many it would entail in order for us. Well, we were thinking, so when you were gone, we were talking about if we were to look back at today, standing a month from now, and we're like, wow, we just went an entire month's journey, like a productive month's journey, closer to our goal. What, Kathy, do you see would need to take place in order for us to be able to say, like, that was a very productive month? We're on track.
4 is the minimal, because that's just once a week doing a workathon.
Right.
But I'm thinking we probably need 2 a week. That would be 8 in a month.
I'm totally down for that. And then also, when we understand what a workathon really is, a workathon's when like 2 or more people are coming together to make progress on a project. So, I mean, a workathon doesn't require everybody to be there, but we could have 2 workathons taking place simultaneously. There's just like 2 groups of 2 or 3 that are working on a different portion of the same challenge. So like when Katharina, Kamran, and I, or whoever is working on copy for the challenge funnel, that would still be a workathon towards the challenge.
Right.
Yeah, so I think 8's pretty low too, but we can go with 8, and we don't really know how many that is. But one thing that we talked about while you were gone well, yesterday and today, was that one of the challenges that we're seeing in the ministry is that we have, how do I say this? We're having a hard time blocking the time or scheduling when the workathons could be done to make projects on these projects. And
Progress on projects.
sometimes, like, a lot of our minds, it boggles our minds to process basically, like, what it boggles our mind to how do I say this, to process, like, what is practical that we can accomplish within a set time, especially in light of other commitments, whether it's a coaching session scheduled or whether it's in light of, like, other, like, workathons that we might have agreed to or something around those lines. We got, like, these monthly missions that we want to make progress on, but, like, Shanicia had the affiliate center that she wanted. Like, I think the major thing that was holding her back was just that we didn't schedule a workathon to get together to talk about it.
And I realized that we actually did, like, some workathons. Now that they were just, like, redefined in my head.
Yeah, you're right.
Huh.
But exactly. But if we did workathons where we were able to make progress in creating some of this stuff, some of the workathons we got to cast the vision. Well, those aren't the vision casting. Are not.
Framework.
Those are different. We labeled those different in the session calendar.
Oh.
It's a different thing. Workathons where you're actually working towards making progress. So like, my point of saying that is, I perceive one of the biggest voids that we have in the ministry right now that is eating away at our productivity and progress towards these goals is knowing what to commit to, what not to commit to in light of our current capacity and bandwidth. And those are areas that you really excel in and that you're very gifted with. And you're, like, in the 5 working genius, your genius is in discernment. One of your geniuses in discernment, and discernment is that ability to prioritize and to determine if it's wise to focus on this now in light of, like, the other stuff. Like, your brain so effortlessly, like, works backwards on things that like, Shanicia is probably, like, the second best at doing that on the team after you, but like, Mom and I don't really have that working genius. Mom's is in wonder, and then Mom and I like invention, and so, like, which is almost the opposite of that. So it's like, when you have the genius of wonder and invention without your genius of discernment, then you start getting way too many projects and not enough, like, not realistic time to work on it. So one of the areas we could really use your support in this season is with your inputs on helping us to, like, to carry out some workathons that are intentional to, like, help us to figure out, like, what you used to do on Sunday. But I'm not just talking about Sunday, but how you and I would get together and we talk about these outcomes and then see, like, who could be involved and when could we do it. That was extremely helpful. I realized we haven't done that for a while, and I think we're all suffering because of that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, cool. And also, the content rhythm, the reason why your name was put on the content rhythm is because that is the word rhythm is relating to like schedule, consistency, timing. It's just like who is able to do what and when, and it's heavily involved. Like deciding the content rhythm is 100% determined on basically our capacity. What are our current commitments compared to like what are our creation goals, and how can we harmonize the current like systems we have, like Momentum Masterclass, like the monthly life cast, like just what current like the themes that we have, the current systems we have, or how can we modify or change so that we can be the most productive. And that's what the content rhythm is. And that's been on our monthly mission to accomplish in one way or another for like I've been talking about it for Teen Time and to people for like 3 months. We have not made progress on it. It was a monthly mission all last month, and we did not complete it. But realizing too that like that is literally your zone of genius, your working genius is in the content rhythm outcome that we want to accomplish. And when I realized and like took inventory of surveyed like our team, it's like none of us have those unique talents and gifts that you do. So the reason why your name was put on it, and honestly, I thought you were listening to that whole conversation where we talked about these things, but the reason why your name was put on that is because we concluded that we are far more likely to complete it when we have the right person's talents that are uniquely fitted for the objective that we're looking for. And it's still not you working alone. It's just like again, it's like I think because your name wasn't on it last month, you showed little to no interest in understanding what it meant, or you had little reasons in your mind to prioritize. Like one of your comments yesterday was like, I don't even know what a content rhythm is, but we've been talking about it for months. So that means that for whatever reason you didn't prioritize asking questions or figuring out what it means and why it matters. And I figure you're like, I don't know what that is, and I've got plenty of things for me to do, so I'm going to focus on that. And so you didn't think that it really mattered for you to know. But now that your name was on it, you're like, why do I fit with a content rhythm? I'm like, that's the question I've wanted you to ask for like a couple years on some of these monthly missions. But now you're asking that question is because your name's there. And I think it's great. And now you're getting the answers because you're asking now. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, does anybody have any objections to leaving 2A as it is?
It wasn't this the one that we were saying, since we were adding like the other stuff that Carmen is gonna do for Carmen to work with her?
Well, no, that was a different wording.
Okay.
It stands to reason that my name would be because of the annual, and I knew that there would be one quarterly that would have my name on it because we have to really finish it within a quarter, not a year.
Right.
So we put it as an annual. But I definitely knew that there would be a monthly, or because if we don't accomplish the monthly, we're not going to accomplish the quarterly, and we won't accomplish the annual. So I knew that.
That's good. I'm glad you knew that.
So let's leave it then.
Sounds good. Then number 2, we'll keep it here, and then number 3, this we simplified we simplified the financial monthly mission to, instead of like we have what we were talking about also earlier today was that when we are setting monthly missions for things that none of us have ever done before, it's important that we have proper expectations. Like the purpose of the monthly mission isn't necessarily to accomplish it when we've never done it before. It's to get feedback on what's realistic within a monthly time frame. And so with the tiller, we keep getting feedback on what's realistic, but I believe that having 8 outcomes as our monthly objective is quite unrealistic. And if we would simplify, if we would like chunk it into a smaller, more monthly bite size, like a bite size within a month objective, that I think we can make some real progress there, and then and feel like we are making more progress because we're accomplishing the monthly mission. So I think that if we made it an objective to create the pipeline for tiller, it's better than like becoming proficient. I wouldn't say not so much better, it's just like another way to word becoming proficient, because becoming proficient is hard to measure, but creating a pipeline is something we could identify when it's done. And by creating that pipeline, all of us on the tiller team will become more proficient and be able to see better where are we, and the purpose would be to make higher leverage decisions, or like be able to prioritize what to focus on next. And I think that if we have this tool, it could help us to work with any bookkeeper that we're working with. They could see where we're at, and we could see where we're at better.
Fantastic great audio.
I don't know what
So
happened.
is this some?
Pipelines are great.
What do you mean you don't know what happened, Mom?
Oh, I thought your audio went out.
No, I finished my sentence.
Oh, okay. Good.
I don't know, it's probably a wild idea. Should probably get a little-
So would that be how many? Like a tiller pipeline?
No. I'll just do 8 steps.
In the tiller pipeline.
I'll type it. Yeah, just like that.
Don't do that.
Are there? Oh. I think this could be done simply.
Yeah, I don't think it would take a whole month, right?
No, but I think it would be good to have for a monthly mission.
Yeah, I do think so too.
But
Next.
when we have it, it could we better prioritize our focus for the whole month and be easier to work with a bookkeeper for the whole month.
So it's like one of them high leverage tasks.
Yes, exactly. It's a little hinge that swings a big door. I believe it's the highest leverage thing we could do with tiller.
With basically anything, because then prioritize our focus what we should do or not.
Yeah.
Scotty, did you say something? You turned green. Or is that mine echoing?
Probably an echo.
I think for we already went down. For number 4.
For number 4,
Oh no. Implement. We put the first 4 modules, but we're saying that in order to complete a module, there's like the worksheet to be done and then actionable steps to take. And then with other things that we have scheduled, I don't think it's realistic to do 4 this month.
Sorry, can you say that again?
Talked about number 4. And I was saying that I don't think it's realistic to do 4 just with what we recognized from this past month, with 4 modules include going through the videos, the worksheets, and then taking the actionable steps. And some of those actionable steps of themselves are like could take a while. So I was just saying I don't think it's realistic to do 4 modules. And then with other things that we're doing and events and things that we already have scheduled, it's not. I don't think it's realistic.
Catherine, are you able to hear Shanicia well?
I'll just say we can change that number.
I can hear it all right,
That's good.
but I have to confess that my mind went in a different direction, and I got sidetracked when I was
Oh.
praying.
Okay. Well, thank you for the confessional. I didn't even get to change into my priest suit yet. Just slipped up for me and didn't get the curtain up or... Alright. So your... what you're saying is... Are you saying that you think based on... In light of our prior commitments during the week, that it's not realistic to have to designate 1 week to completing, like a week of our time to complete a week of his course?
No, I'm saying that we shouldn't. We should do 4 modules. There's 4 weeks in a month. One of those weeks we're probably going to be doing like implementation workshop. And we have like challenge workathons and stuff that we.
Sounds like you're
One
saying the same
schedule.
thing that I just said.
Just worded differently.
Because how long is a module to Daryl is called a week. We're the one calling it a module, not him. He calls them 4 weeks.
And I was saying in light of last month and what we did last month. If we did not complete 4 modules, but we learned what we could do within a month, and I'm just saying it should be less than 4.
Now,
That's all I'm saying.
did we not complete 4 modules because it's not realistic to do 4 weeks? Like, you're calling them modules, but they're really weeks. Like, it's an 8-week program. 1 week, module 1. Week 2, week 2. Like, literally, that's designed to be, it's a week's worth of work in a week. And it's week by week. 4 weeks, 4 modules is how he's set it up. But what you're saying is that in light of our prior commitments, that it's not realistic to complete a week's worth each week.
Yeah.
And do you say that because we have, like, do you think that we didn't accomplish the 4 weeks of Daryl Eves because we have too much going on, or because of the how things were prioritized?
I guess the high leverage thing would be how it was prioritized, but we did have stuff that was going on. And if it's designed for like you do a module in a week, I'm just looking at all the monthly missions that we have right now. And if it's supposed to be like you do a week's worth of work and you take a week and you focus on that and get it done, that's not how it's going to be for the entire month. When there's other things that we're doing. You're not going to have 4 weeks to do 4 modules.
No, it's not that it takes you an entire week. It's like many of these modules can be done in like less than 4 hours.
With creating actual steps, creating databases, and creating YouTube channels, all those things can be done in 4 hours.
Yes. To complete one module could easily be done in 4 hours.
That's just my suggestion. I mean, whatever you guys think is realistic. I was just thinking it's not realistic, according to what I understand. And just like evaluating last month and this month.
How many of them did you listen to?
How many of what?
The videos, his videos.
I did module 1. All
Okay.
the videos in there and pre-videos.
Right. So then you don't really have an educated expectation of what he's actually asking us to do in the future modules. Right?
No, I've only done the first one.
Okay. And we went through the worksheet, so we see what they're doing there.
And there's some things that he said, like within the other videos that I watched that was not in that module, but like the pre-videos, which are things that Sister Deborah are already working on. But I heard him say those things. But I haven't gone through any other modules.
Oh yeah, he did the overview in the pre. Okay. Yeah.
But Sister Deborah can speak on this one too.
Yeah, Mom.
So
What are your thoughts
that's
here?
just my opinion.
Yeah, Mom.
Thanks for sharing your opinion, Shanicia.
Well, I think that, I don't know, I just think that we should try to get through 4 modules, but I know it takes, when I get that database, I have to go through a bunch of records to fill in the space. I'm a slow typist, I know, but I think that we should aim for the 4 modules at least.
So you believe that it's a reasonable expectation to do a module a week? How he designed it?
Well, it must be reasonable because a lot of people are going through it, right? I mean, they might not be going through it with as much workload as we have, but
They might have more workload than we do.
yeah. So it must be doable.
That's what I think too. Okay. It's good to hear your feedback too, because you and Shanice here have been the most involved. And I just got an idea. What if Cameron and I, is kind of somewhat side note, but what if Cameron and I could look at his members area, find the code to his software, and embed it into Notion, and we could just use his software on our Notion?
Well, I don't want to get the boys into trouble if they could catch on to that.
No, I don't think they would give you in trouble for that. That's not what I'm referring to. Well, I guess that would only work if they're separate accounts, or if it's just a generic thing. Like, it would not be connected. I don't see why it would be connected to his account. I'd have to look into that a little bit more.
If he has an app or something like that, it would show, wouldn't it?
No, not
Well,
necessarily.
you would have to sign it. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either.
I have no idea, Enoch.
Yeah.
I would just hate to get them in trouble.
No, we wouldn't get them in trouble.
Okay. Well, I trust you guys, so.
Alright.
You hear that?
Yep.
She trusts you guys.
And you and I are trustworthy,
Us
Kamran.
guys.
I trust you too, Kamran.
We're the only guys here.
Yep. Alright,
When do you
Mom.
guys think that you can help me with that? Because depending on when that comes through, that I'm able to plug in that information is when I'm able to put.
Let's do it this week. Oh, it's Thursday.
Oh, good.
Well, no, hold on, Mom. I can look at the video tonight. You want to look at it tonight, Kamran?
Today's Thursday.
Doesn't give us much time. Kamran wants to finish the Funnel Hub thing for his weekly win before the end of the week.
Can you at least look at it and see how long you think it'll take you?
I'm
And let
willing.
me know.
I'm willing to work on it on Monday.
Okay. That sounds good.
If you remind me, or if you help me to call Pastor Smith, I'm gonna need support in calling Pastor Smith.
You don't want to call him.
Tomorrow.
What time?
Yeah, whenever.
9? Is that okay? Well, he might not be up, huh?
I don't know.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Aren't they like?
They're driving back tomorrow.
Oh, great. When are they driving?
They're driving back from her parents all day, or it's a 10-hour drive.
He likes talking on the phone when he's driving,
Yeah.
so he'll probably answer.
Oh, that's good time.
So probably 10, 11 would be a good time to call them. They should be on the road by then.
Okay. Cool. 10, 11. Thank you, Kathy. See, that's really helpful. I appreciate that. Yeah, if you help me with that, Mom, I'll reach out to him around 10 or 11.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
So what are you gonna talk to him about? For the
The Jumpstart software.
okay, there you go.
Thank you. You're doing great.
It's underneath the stepping stones.
So, okay, based on what we learned, do we want to modify anything in the monthly mission? How it's worded?
I already did.
Oh, you just added the word next? Is there any other way that we'd want to reword it? Modify based on what we've learned? If not, let's move on to the last
Sounds
one.
good.
Wow, this is cool.
Content rhythm.
Quantum rhythm. Alright.
Create a consistent content rhythm. Validate our content rhythm. What are we doing?
What are the types of never mind. I think what we could do is basically say Katharina will work with Kathy to schedule consistent times for, and let's just say 12 types of content.
12 types of content?
Yeah, are you typing?
No.
Oh, you weren't?
I thought
Alright.
you were, 'cause you said my name.
No, I was talking. I will type.
Twelve types of content.
CEO.
I don't see you typing there.
I'm doing it in the stepping stones.
Oh. Okay.
So we can, why do we want to have consistent
Is it time to record?
No, it's not just videos.
I know, like why does it say consistent times to record?
Oh, thank you. And then a stepping stone, you could write this stepping stone as a checkbox. We need to find out what are the high leverage types of content that we want to commit to creating.
Yeah.
And then we'll update the MKR.
To commit to create. There.
And then why do we want to do that? Oh. So we
Goes the weasel.
So we can. Oh, what did we do for the quarterly quest? I think that was a good why.
Let's see.
It's
It's
a-
right here.
It's a toggle right above. Yeah, consistently make
Consistently
intentional.
intentional content.
Got it. We'll have that same why. All right. Then that's good. Is there any questions or concerns about this?
Exciting.
All right. Sounds good.
Now you're gonna create a list.
No, those are too high leverage I want to put on there. All right. So then, if that's the case, we're done, right?
Yeah, that's a wrap.
That's it.
That's the last thing we needed.
Alright, fantastic.
Wow. Y'all did a great job.
Thank y'all for hanging in there.
Yeah.
Talking to myself too.
Thank you. Did you just thank yourself? I think I heard that.
Alright. So let's go ahead and close in prayer. Dear Father in heaven, Lord, I thank you so much for the progress that we've made and for the monthly missions that we've crafted. I pray, dear God, that as we get ready to embark on all these journeys, dear God, and accomplish these goals in a new year, that you will be with us every step of the way, dear Father, and help us to become the people who can accomplish them. And I pray that whatever lessons it is that we need to learn in each step of the way, that you will open up our hearts to be able to learn them. And I pray, dear God, that whatever is not in accordance with your will, I pray that you will reveal it to us and help us to do the necessary course corrections. And most of all, dear God, help us to do the things that will be the greatest service to you and to your cause. Please be with us as we go our separate ways. Be with our minds. I pray that you will continue to be with our conversations. And just thank you for everything that you're doing in us. Thank you for everything that you are doing through us. And just thank you for being our God. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
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 Thank you. Hey, that was
Alrighty.
good, everyone.
So now I need to get to work. Put them stepping stones in the right place. And stuff and such.
Thank you for doing those. And oh, never mind. The quarterly quest that you put up there earlier. Do those stay on that page? They're not synced or anything. They're just there.
Yeah, I'm gonna unsync and then delete the other ones, and then because those are the ones that were supposed to be there. So
Oh, it looks like it's just like one set of them now. I thought there was two earlier, but it looks like it's gone already. Or maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. Anyways.
oh yeah, it does look like they're gone already.